Welcome to the channel, guys. As you've seen in this video, or by the title, it's going to be on the Rise Armament RA434 single stage 3.5 pound trigger. I already installed it and I don't want to take it out and reinstall it. Not that it's hard, but you have to take your pistol grip out, your safety out to throw in a trigger. But the trigger is just a drop-in trigger, so it's all contained. You don't have to worry about springs and attaching disconnectors and stuff like that. It's all just drop in. Take these two pins out. I was able to get my mil spec out without taking the safety out, but to put it back in, it just made it a lot easier. Take the pistol grip off, take the safety out, then drop it in. But it's all contained, easy to do. You could do it at home, no problem. Just as long as you have the tools to do it, depending on what kind of AR you have. This is a great trigger. Very short reset on it as well, so you can get quick multiple shots off. I'll go ahead and demonstrate the trigger for you. Flat face. And the reset is just as short as well. That's a reset there. You know, I'm barely moving my finger. Now, coming over from the AR-15 world, we're kind of used to the two-stage trigger mil spec. And especially when you're talking long-distance shots, some guys don't like single-stage. Especially if you haven't done much work with bolt actions that have pretty much strictly single-stage triggers. It's kind of hard to get used to. Most guys are used to kind of prepping that trigger, feeling when it's hitting the wall, and then releasing their shot that way. But this one has a loud, long compared to this trigger reset, and it's probably double the weight. Do you need this in your trigger? No, especially if you're good with where you're at. I just wanted to give this one a try. I like long range rifles to have single stage triggers. I'm just used to it that way. Like I said, some guys like to prep their trigger shot, but this is not like that at all. Instead of pressing your trigger and hitting a wall and then breaking it, think of it like you're already prepping that trigger and hitting a wall. You're already at that stage. So all you got to do is press on the trigger, give it 3.5 pounds of force, and it's going to break clean. Reset, again, is nice and short. So for you 3-gun guys, you can quickly, or 3-gun or CQB guys, you can quickly get those shots off. I'm not sure if I edited that in before or after, but I wasn't really doing the trigger justice because I was so used to the mil spec trigger that was in here. I was doing more movement than necessary, so I can probably double my speed, if not double, close to it, once I get some more time in on it. So take that as it is. Excellent trigger for the money. Optics Planet, I think, is offering it now for around $130. Get yourself a coupon code. There's plenty of guys out there sponsored by Optics Planet that have discount codes, and that'll get you some more money off, 5-10% off. So it'll bring it down to around $115. It's hard to beat for that money, and the upgrade and definitely in the speed you get at CQB ranges. Well worth the money. Any questions, any experiences with the trigger? If you know of a drop-in trigger you like better or have tried this one. Right now I don't have any cons with it. I like the flat face. It does come in a silver trigger if you want. That's something I really care the least about, is the color of things. I want my performance first, but if I can get a color that I want afterwards, I'll do it that way. But that is probably the last thing on my book, is what it looks like. I want my performance first, and this definitely offers you great performance and advantages over a regular mil spec trigger.